What's going on, rSpace fans? In this episode, we've got a guy that is confused by his cheating soon-to-be ex-wife. I think it's fair to say all women are confusing, but that's just me. Let's listen into his story. My cheating soon-to-be ex-wife confuses the hell out of me. So I'm seriously confused. I've been reading a lot on these forums over the last few days, but I'm still kind of dazed. I discovered my soon-to-be ex-wife cheating about 7 months ago. I went through all the heartache, the denial, the pain, the pick-me attempts. I was seriously depressed for a long while. I never confronted her, but I was a total mess. She must have known I knew. She just didn't care, I guess. Or at least I assumed that. About 2 to 3 months ago, I was just done with it all. Done with her, done with the marriage. I just didn't care anymore. I completely checked out of the relationship and started preparing for divorce and my new life to come. I avoided my wife as much as possible. I tried to stay out of the house when she was home. I would not engage in conversation. When she asked me a question, I would only answer yes, no, or maybe, or I don't know. I even left the divorce lawyer's bills out in the open. She must have known I was checked out and preparing for divorce. The kids even asked me about it. Even they could see what was going on. I even did the "we both love you" speech. It's not your fault. Sometimes grown-ups can't be together anymore, etc. My wife was actually in the room and must have heard me talk to the kids. She didn't comment or object. I took her silence as consent. Anyways, a few days ago I met a girl I used to know in school before I even met my wife. We always had this tension between us, some kind of chemistry. We would always flirt and be touchy, but we never actually did anything about it. Let's call her Monica, because I think she looks like Monica Bellucci. Monica and her family moved away before I found the guts actually to do anything about it. I regretted that for a long time. But I was young, shy, and stupid. I haven't been thinking about Monaco. I think it's Monica, now you're confusing yourself. For a long time, actually. I haven't seen her for years. But as soon as we met, the tension between us was palpable. Even more than I remember. And communication was effortless. She actually asked me out. I explained the situation to her with my soon-to-be ex-wife. I told her I wanted to be officially separated before I started dating. I wasn't going to cheat. Monica respected that, and she gave me her number and told me to give her a call as soon as I was done doing what I had to do. She told me she never married, and she was really excited to get to know me again. I was even more excited. The encounter motivated me to finally confront my wife and officially get separation and divorce going. I was really happy when I went home and sat down waiting for my wife. I was actually grinning like a lunatic when I asked her to sit down and told her that we had to talk. I told her I've known about her cheating for a long time. I told her I assumed that she knew I knew, especially since I checked out of our relationship for the last 3-ish months. She didn't seem to mind that I no longer care. So, I told her I want to start dating and get on with my life. I concluded my speech with, "All taken into consideration, it's time for us to get divorced. Don't you agree?" Her reaction was totally not what I expected. She started crying. Not just regular crying either. Like a desperate, soul-breaking noise. I have never heard anything like it. She was blabbering excuses, asked for second chances, that the affair didn't mean anything. We could fix this if we tried counseling, etc. I was a bit shocked. I thought she would be happy. I told her she could go and be with this guy without guilt. He is obviously more important to her than her family. If he wasn't, why go with him in the first place? She must have known this would destroy us. She can't possibly be that stupid, can she? I told her she believed we needed to fix our family and our marriage. The time to do that would have been 7 months ago before she had the affair. Now it's too late. It's broken beyond repair. I didn't think we had any problems in our marriage. She didn't talk to me, and I'm not a mind reader, so whatever it was, I had no way of fixing it. Since she started the affair with the other guy, she obviously thought something was wrong or missing. Something that was so wrong that it couldn't be solved by talking to me. Something had to be so lacking or so wrong that she was okay with having our children grow up in a broken home from there on out. If not, why do it? I clearly and calmly explained that there was no way for her to unscrew this guy for the last 7 months, and there is no way to undo the pain and suffering she caused me. The pain she caused that made me arrived at this point of basically being indifferent. Or actually, I kind of hate her guts. I'm simply being civil for the sake of being able to co-parent our children in the future. I told her I didn't believe she ever cared about me. No person that cared even a little for someone would put them through this kind of pain. They would not betray them in such a way that she had done. Her telling me that she loves me has no meaning or credibility because her actions conclusively prove otherwise. She became completely incoherent at this point. I could not make heads or tails of anything she said. It's just a jumbled mess. In the end, I had to call her sister because honestly, I wasn't going to take care of her. Her sister showed up, and after I explained what was going on, she took her away. I felt tremendous relief when they were gone. Like I could finally breathe for the first time in 7 months. I don't know what I'm looking for here. She must have known this was going to happen. She must have wanted it. She can't possibly be that stupid that she thinks this behavior, these choices she made, would result in anything other than divorce or a broken family. She is beautiful. She is smart. Our marriage was great up until she started the affair. I have accepted that life changes. I have moved past it. Now she is just pretending like she loves me, that she wants us to remain married and a family. What could possibly be her motivation to have this major drama at this point? What could she gain? I mean, she couldn't possibly expect us to try to reconcile at this point, could she? It must be some kind of ploy. I just can't figure out what the F it is. I have lots of evidence of her cheating. I live in a European country, and this would mean no alimony or anything for her. Could that be it? Is she afraid I will out her? Could that be it? She wants me to feel sympathy, so I don't tell people about what she did? Her affair partner is married, so maybe she is scared I will tell his wife? I just can't get my head around it. Anyway, I just had to get this out of my head. I was hoping it would make more sense typed out, but no, I am just as confused now as when I started this rant. Dude, you were her safety net. She was getting best of both worlds. But that's just my opinion. Let's see what the community thinks. The Cult of Abe Lincoln says, "You absolutely should tell his wife that he is cheating on her. I believe it's a sign of respect as a kindred spirit whose soul has been crushed by infidelity. I guarantee you will cause her pain, and I almost as much guarantee she will thank you for it." You have to think that it's all about the kids at this point. I would strongly encourage you to focus on being the best father, and no matter how much it hurts, not allow them to see that their mother has ripped your guts out and stomped on them. Kids are smart. They'll figure it out. Be the best man you can be for them. You'll regret doing anything less. As for Monica, hey, she sounds real cool, and she's understanding of what you've going on, which is awesome. I would advise strongly against rushing into anything, however. You have a massive variable changing, your marriage obviously, and it may be best not to upset the equation with another. I have seen many men sign up for the first replacement they can find, and most came out worse for wear. That said, you sound like you two have a great chemistry and history, so best of luck. After all, it sounds like she's willing to be patient, so why not? You'll regret it if not. Lastly, and most importantly, dude, you owe nobody an explanation or apology for how you handled this. It's heartbreaking to learn your trust has been so badly misplaced and then have to confront the massive black hole in front of you. Your wife completely betrayed her family, and you were completely correct in thinking she, at least subconsciously, was willfully breaking apart her own family. The OP is grateful. Thank you for your advice. I am leaning towards telling the affair partner's wife. Thank you for your advice on the kids as well. I was already very focused on that. This is going to be hard for them, so I will do everything I can to be there for them whenever they need me. And now a response from Super Nothing Burger. One thing. Telling his wife will cause him to dump your wife. Cheating men almost always stick with the wife, which will cause her to double down on saving your marriage. A hassle you don't want. You might consider waiting until your divorce is settled. You need her to run to him for comfort during negotiations. OP thinks, I didn't think about that. Good suggestion. MG0815 adds on, yes indeed. Wait until you are cleared of any backblast on your divorce and then go scorched earth on the affair partner. He needs to know there is a price to be paid for cheating on his wife with your wife. Psychological Toe 99 says, dude, seriously, it really doesn't matter what she thinks or why. She chose to do this for 7 months, so why bother? Stick to your plan of leaving and be done with it. OP agrees. You're probably right. Psychological Toe 99 with one more comment. Well, if you thought I was wrong, what do you think will happen if you gave in to her BS in reconciliation? I mean, it doesn't take an Einstein to figure out what she's doing. She had her chance to fix this. That chance has now gone. You have a chance now to leave your ex and finally live a better life. Go to it before that chance is gone. And our last comment from Nick7070, her actions speak louder than her fake I love you. This is nothing but a manipulation tactic on her part. Reconciliation? Marriage counseling? Too late. The ship is sunk, so any effort to patch up the holes are beyond futile. Just pull the cord and end it immediately. You don't owe her anything, and she deserves nothing from you. Break up and let her figure out her life on her own. She's not your responsibility anymore. Not since 7 months ago. Good luck, dude. You will be fine. Her fate? Who cares? As long as you're there for your kids, then you are a good father in your own book, and that's all that matters. It's between you and your kids moving forward without a disgusting person poisoning the relationship. I call that a win.